Hello, people. I'm here today with Alan Henderson, and we're going to be chatting about. Sorry, is it Alan Henderson?
It's Sam Richardson now. Yeah.
Alan Richardson. Now we're here
Yeah.
with Alan Richardson. We're chatting about
Yeah.
the Ian Leyland case that recently been all over Lancashire news,
Yeah.
Lancashire Post, and all sorts of stuff. He's a convicted online child predator. He is. We're chatting about that along with Alan. So,
hmm
Alan, do you want to go into the details about what he's done to you?
Yeah. This guy has really harassed and bullied me and things like that and threatened me,
Mm.
Yeah. And at one point pretending to be his own sister on a text chat to me on WhatsApp and that, threatening me and that.
It's just.
Yeah. It's awful. Yeah.
It's not nice. So he got in touch with me about with the information he did, and he said, "Look,
Yeah.
Jared, can you do something about this?" And well, I did. I got involved. We
Yeah.
decoyed him. We did. We decoyed him, and as we decoyed him, he was come forward with all sorts of stuff, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. He was. Yeah.
Uh, how did you get on to meeting him then?
It was Sean Hicking introduced me to him and that, and he suggested me to message him and that, and I did, and I was a friend of his, and and then Sean Hicking warned me that he was an online predator, and that and that Ian Leyland had raped Sean and things like that. And don't trust him and things like that. So I didn't get too involved with him at all. So
But obviously, that's
and
just hearsay. We can't say we did do that to Sean or not. We just think, well,
no,
he did that. But we're
uh,
on here to discuss what
I'll take
he's
someone else
done.
called Tom Mears and who's friends with this lot, and he was harassing. Whilst I was with Tom, he was harassing me and bullying me through that period of time.
It's
Through
not good because
March.
you did get in touch with the police, didn't you?
Yeah, I did get in touch with the police. Yes, and they've dealt with that. Yeah,
That's a good thing for them to do because it needs to be dealt with. Men like that it needs to be dealt with. So
yeah, yeah,
I had all the information saying Ian Leyland was this, Ian Leyland was this. So what
yeah,
we did is I did an investigation on him and I messaged him as
yeah,
what was I, 14, 15-year-old?
yeah.
I think I was 14, but later on 15, I believe. And I'd messaged him, and he was coming forward with some gruesome things, some very gruesome things. And you're thinking, why is a man like this saying stuff like this? So we was messaging him for about 3 days, and then I got in touch with Lancashire police. And I said,
Yeah,
something's not right. And by 3 a.m., he was arrested. It was within an hour and a half because we reported it about half
yeah,
12. And then by about 1 o'clock, half one, they were getting the evidence off us. And by 3
yeah,
a.m., he was in custody. He was absolutely in custody. And it
yeah,
was an hour and a half of sending the evidence. He was there in custody. And then what they did is they actually released him then on some sort of
yeah,
bail condition. And they
yeah,
rearrested him in January this year. And he's been in
yeah.
custody since. But his sentencing, it was absolutely great, Alan, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's loads of stuff with it about his sentencing and going about all sorts of stuff. He's got 4 years imprisonment, and he's
Yeah.
got what else did he have? He had. So I'm trying to sort something out on here. I'm trying to get my volume on here so I can see it, so I can see what's going on and read the comments. There we go. But no, it was just great. He had 4 years imprisonment, and then he has an 8 years extended sentence. So he
Yeah.
can't even get parole unless he does at least 3 of those 12 years anyway. So he's in prison for 3 years. He's on
Yeah. Yeah.
sexual harm prevention order for life and the sexual offenders
Yeah.
register for life.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's something quite strange about that. It shows that how serious they're taking it. This is the worst computer I've ever had.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There I am. I see my comments now. But no, it's just it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm aware, I don't know if it's true, but he tried calling you an online predator, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
So how did that come about?
Oh, how can I remember? I can't remember. It was just it was just something he called me. He was just having an argument with me and calling me that, and name calling. Yeah,
Sorry. But no, what I found so strange as well, guys, is how fast he was to reply. And first thing he said was, "Can you do sexual acts with me?" I'm thinking, well, I said to him, "I don't understand," and stuff like that. Speaking how a decoy was speaking, he was saying, "No, you can do it." And he said, "Take the risk." He was saying, but it does make you think, why?
Yeah.
Maybe I can see it on there now. It just makes you think, why is a man like him so desperate?
Yeah.
There we go. I can see it all on here. But another thing that he did do, which I found was strange, is we made up a friend in the chat when I was decoying him, and he tried to message that other friend who was also a decoy.
Yeah.
So the police were saying, well, he's also tried to communicate with another decoy for sexual solicitations and that. So he is put away, and I've actually got the letter, and that's what we're going to surprise you with now. If you just wait there one moment, you have a nice little read. Well, I can't show you the letter as such, but I can read it out. See, I came prepared. I did. Right, here we go. So I think this is the first letter. This was from one of them. It was. I tell you, it was.
Yeah.
Dear Mr. Roberts, this was the first letter. Case against Ian James William Leyland, and then it said, "I am writing to let you know what has happened in this case. At the hearing on 24th of January 2025 at Magistrates Court, Ian James Leyland pleaded guilty. He has been remanded in custody. The case has been adjourned to a later date, currently 7th of March, which turned out to be May the 23rd, which was the Friday, at Preston Crown Court for Ian James Leyland to be sentenced. The date is subject to change. The case has been adjourned so that reports can be prepared to help the court decide upon an appropriate sentence." And then it goes on to say the regular stuff. If you wish to attend, I will contact you again to let you know what sentence is passed and all that. And then it said, here we go. "I would like to thank you for your contribution to this case. Your evidence was important in bringing this case to justice, and your help is greatly appreciated." That was the first letter that we received, right? So we got that one.
Yeah.
And then I had a second letter after his sentencing. There wasn't much in the second letter, but you can read it all online, what he's had. There we go. Case against Ian James Leyland, basically. Ian James William Leyland. "I'm writing to let you know what's happened in this case. At the hearing on 23rd of May, which would have been the Friday, 2025, at Preston Crown Court, Ian James William Leyland was sentenced to 4 years imprisonment. The case is now concluded. However, it is possible for Mr. Ian Leyland to appeal against the sentence. If that happens, it will be dealt with by the Court of Appeal in London. Whilst the vast majority of cases are deemed appropriate for certain offences and all that." So it just goes on to say that. And then it says again, if you have any questions, just contact us, and have the reference, have it ready when you call. And it said, "Yours sincerely," and again, "it was crucial and is very much appreciated. Making a statement to police and if required, attending to court is crucial to the criminal justice process." So that's how we did it, and that is how we worked on it, and it was a great case. I mean, it really did show what sort of work we could do. But then we had the same with Brett Robinson. We caught Brett Robinson, and all he had was we didn't do a live about him. We went have to. Brett Robinson had 2 years on sex offenders register, and that was it. No jail time, no nothing.
No.
Which I think was quite wrong, as far as I'm concerned. It wasn't. It was not the best. And then we had Thomas Kearley as well. I mean, Thomas Kearley was just a strange character. He was another one that was on the offenders register, and he's got to stay on there now for 10 years. They had him in May as well, and 2023. So he's on there now another 8 years until 2033. Thomas Kearley is.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you say about these people, Al?
Well, that's awful people, really. Who knows? I mean, Thomas may have changed. I don't know.
Thomas may have changed.
Yeah, he may have changed.
Of course he hasn't. Don't be such a Katie creamer. You do something like this once, you'll always do it again. You will always do it again.
And don't you dare to talk to Alan like that.
And why is
You
that?
drink stream is a bad influence to your fans, you absolute fool. Instead of thinking about Mike, go and talk to someone instead, you fucking donkey man.
Donkey man, is that the best you can do? Bloody hell, I made it all now. Is that the sort of people you're with, Alan? People like him? Really?
Yeah.
People like him?
Yeah.
Look, I tell you what, I am done speaking to the both of you. You both want to. I've invited you onto this live, and he wants to act like that. That's up to him. But you're not coming back on here again. The problem is that this is the end of it. You are not coming back onto this channel. He's not coming back onto his channel. You can both go and get yourself fucked. Bye bye.
Right.